Meow, meow, meow.
Hello everybody, Mr. Lily here. Today I wanted to show you another great deck to use. Many of y'all might have seen my Ezreal Burn deck video, and that, while being a very fun deck to use, is not as consistent at climbing the ladder. And with the rise of the aggro decks on the ladder, these control decks are proving to be very useful. This one is a Piltover and Noxus based control deck, brought to us by 5 off of Decks of Runeterra. The game plan of the deck, just like any other control deck, is to keep your opponent from pressuring you down by wiping out their board, and you're going to win at the end with either a leveled up Ezreal chipping out your opponent, or the Heimerdinger is going to generate tons of value for you. The way the Heimerdinger works is if you cast a 1-cost spell while Heimerdinger is out, you generate a 1-mana turret. If you cast a 2-cost spell, you get a 2-mana turret, and this is a card in hand that you play. It only lasts the turn that you generate it. It is fleeting. The 3-cost one is really good. It has elusive, and elusive is really strong right now. But what really matters is the 8-cost is an 8/8. All the other ones have 1 toughness, but the 8-cost is an 8/8. And so what 8-mana spell are you running? It is Progress Day. This is the 8-mana spell. It is a burst, which is extremely useful, and it lets you get the 8/8 out of Heimerdinger. There is almost no coming back from a Heimerdinger playing Progress Day, summoning an 8/8, getting the 3 draws from Progress Day. That is a huge swing turn for you, and there's very little your opponent can do to come back from that unless you're already behind. And if you're behind, that might put you ahead just off of that. The Progress Day, any of the 1-cost spells that you generate become 0, so getting the Blade's Edge at 0 is very useful. It is a very fun deck to use. Definitely use it to carve up the ladder right now since all the aggro decks are playing. It's a little trickier to pilot it first. And one good thing to keep in mind is you can deal 1 damage easily. You deal 2 damage easily. You can deal 3 damage easily. But for any other increment of damage, Thermogenic Beam is really helpful. So keep in mind that Thermogenic Beam is going to be your card to take out big minions. I had somebody drop a big Legion General on me, and I was able to take him out with a single Thermogenic Beam. Huge buffed up Brahms can be taken down with this card. Very good to use. And then the other one is Trifarian Glory Seeker. Is a great control card. It's same thing. 4 and 5 are hard amounts of damage for us to deal with this deck, but the Trifarian Glory Seeker fits that niche perfectly. It's great for taking out Brahms, which is my favorite use. Same thing in Calling Strike. Calling Strike is a very, very good card. And one thing to keep in mind when running this deck also is you want to level up your Ezreal. Very important thing to do if you aren't getting value off your Heimerdingers. If they get destroyed, your Ezreal is your next win condition. And the way you get them up is by targeting units. And a great way to target a lot of units is the Death Lotus, dealing damage to all of them, and then you wipe their whole board the next turn with Noxian Guillotine. You get your mana back, and then 12 mana, take out 4 of their units with Noxian Guillotine. And with this single card, you get 4, you can get up to 4 ticks on Ezreal's level up passive. So it's a great deck to use, really fun, different control deck. If you don't like any of the other control decks that are out right now, I definitely recommend trying this one. It's very fun to use. Getting the Heimerdinger off is a very good feeling, so I recommend you try out this deck, but until then, enjoy some of these clips that I played. Alright, so this is most likely going to be the rank 1 fighter aggro deck. We're going to keep one of these guys. Hope for some better early drops. Minotaur's good, you just don't want him in your early hand. Yes, that's some good. Those are good cards against this deck. Eat up the spiders, kills Elise, and then a big old blocker, so it's going to be tough for him unless he gets something nutty. No 1-drop's pretty sad. I don't really need her out, so honestly I'd rather bank the 2 mana, and she'll just die to a spider. Yeah, that Judgment Fiora combo is pretty ridiculous. Oh yeah, you know what? They for sure probably will end up doing that, so. Before he gets too ahead of himself, I'm gonna dump out his two of his guys. might have wanted to wait to get another 1/1, so I could have Mystic Shotted this one. Waited for maybe him play another spider. And then used the Static Shock to take out both the spiders. Now I'm going to have to use a Blade's Edge to get rid of it. So either way, it's 2 cards, I guess. Yeah, that's what I would have been better off for me to kill with it. But this 4/4 is pretty good against him because it doesn't get stopped by Fearless. All right, little spiders. Could just go for the Static Shock, but he shouldn't have anything that buffs his spider's health, so I ain't too concerned. Okay, good old stun. That's okay. I'm not too upset about that. Okay. Drain 1. Love it. So he's just getting the spiders out, but fortunately for him, we're going to Static Shock at least 2 of them next turn. So with 6 mana, looks like we're going to Static Shock and Mystic Shot. Plays Elise, that'd be unfortunate. If he plays that nasty spider card, it's not that big a deal. If he plays whatever this is, Drain 3, that's okay. That is quite okay. So we can get rid of these 2 spiders. Positioning doesn't matter, I just picked those 2. Oh, Shurima? Shurima, I was thinking is, yeah, almost for sure. Shurima and Bilgewater will probably be the next 2 if I had to guess. And then after that, they'll do the Void and then like the Jungle People. I don't remember what they decided to call them, but call them the Jungle People. So I'm gonna wait until he attacks to kill this guy. So perfect Culling Strike on his person. I'm not gonna wait for him to attack now because there's nothing he can do to respond to this. I'll wait till he attacks. He can't cast any slow spells in response to my thing or summon any minions immediately afterwards. But he used up all his mana. Yeah, I'm gonna be telling my kids the story of the MOBA that was. And then it's gonna be a big old MMO. We're gonna be playing World of Runeterra. Dude, if they call their MOBA World of Runeterra, I'm gonna blow my brains out. That'd be insane. So, first and foremost, we kill Elise. Goodbye, Elise. Yeah, the Dennis Shower region would be cool. We need some Dennis Shower emojis in the chat. We need to get those. Do we have anything that's close to a Dennis Shower emoji? So Darius, that's nasty. But we have our good old-fashioned Trifarian Glory Seeker to yank him to us. That's very susceptible to a drain right here, but we're about that. So this is where this is the Mushroom Cloud, greatest combo in the game. So rewarding to just get a 1 mana draw 2 to get rid of these terrible mushrooms. And now we're Herbie fully loaded, dude. Herbie fully loaded. Get out of here, Darius. You died to but a pawn in your army. To be ashamed. Ooh, okay. That's something. That's Liddy. We're Liddy. But not really, because it doesn't buff their health. And You know what they say, at the end of the game, king and the pawn go back in the same box. Do you think they will add a region before they add more cards to the existing regions? Or do you think they're going to go for more regions first before they start adding new cards? Or you think they'll do it at the same time where they add regions and then come out with stuff? So, we're in a really good spot. We got 2 Heimerdingers. He's very little. Hopefully he plays something and we can Mystic Shot it. Okay, well, I don't really want to Mystic Shot that. Hopefully he blocks. Then we can Mystic Shot the spider that spawns from him. Okay, well. Guy's a genius. Guy's a goddamn genius. But now, oh man, you know why that was a bad play by me? Man, he could have stunned me and then he could have killed this guy off and then black speared my dinger. And I would have cried. I would have cried. So, getting rid of this. This game's in the bag. This guy can't win. It's just a matter of time until he realizes it. So we get the bot out, and now we are generating not near infinite value with our Heimerdinger, Progress Day. I'm gonna draw my whole deck before I lose this game. Okay. Nasty. All right. Sorry, big dog. Today's not your day. So the reason this combo is so good is because Progress Day is a burst. Because Progress Day is a burst, you can use it and then play your action. So I can use it and then I get to summon the T-Hex as my response to his summon. I don't even look if there would have been a better play because that's a 0 mana 8/8. There is no mill decks, so that's over. There's no mill decks. I don't think there will ever be a mill deck. There's I don't even know what happens if you draw out your deck. Right now the game ends at 40 turns, so I don't know if that's like back and forth. So I think you draw, if you didn't draw any additional cards, the game would just end in a draw. It would end in a draw. But no, there's no mill decks. Thank you very much for all your support. It really does mean a lot to me. Please like and subscribe for more Legends of Runeterra content.